Welcome along then to the magnificent Suzuka International Circuit, a stone's throw away from Ise Bay in the beautiful Japanese countryside. What surprises lie in wait for us today at the Japanese Grand Prix? 18 corners make up a lap of the incredible figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit, with 10 to the right and 8 to the left, for a distance of 3.6 miles. Average lap speeds around here are fairly quick. If it stays dry, then expect somewhere in the region of 136 miles per hour. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Fernando Alonso, Perez, Russell, Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Stroll, Gasly, Verstappen, Tsunoda, Albon, Ricciardo, Ocon, Bottas, Joe, Hülkenberg, Sargent, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today, Anthony Davidson. Now, I'll be generous here. It's not that long ago that you were racing and entertaining us on a Sunday. But in the years since, the sport has changed quite a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has, Crofty. You know, the cars have got bigger, they're heavier, but critically, there's more downforce to play with as well now. There was about 4 tons of downforce on the car at 300 kilometres an hour when I drove. You're now looking more towards 5 tons of downforce. So there's a big difference in performance. But because of that, the car being heavier and bigger, you've got to drive in a smoother way. You've got to look after it a bit more. You've got to nurse it through the slow speed corners more. They were much more nimble, agile machines when I drove in Formula 1 compared to now. Radio check.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please. Okay, not the best placement there, mate. Let's try and get a good launch as the race starts. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. P6, you got P6. Alonso's ahead of you. They're on fresh mediums. George is in the car behind you. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Our gap to first place, 4.9 seconds. Your pit window doesn't open for more than 20 laps. Alonso ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap, 1 minute 37.0. This is excellent stuff. You're closing in by 7/10 a lap. Brilliant, nice move, keep going. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.9 seconds. Okay, keep the car ahead under pressure. They might make a mistake. Gap is only 2 seconds now. Sainz ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.9 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap, 1:35.4. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Okay, you're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing. Okay, you've got P5, P5. Okay, Sainz is ahead of you. They're on fresh mediums. Alonso behind you now. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, so gap to the leader, 7.1 seconds. Pit window opens in 19 laps time. 19 laps. And that's 49 laps to go. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 1.9 seconds. Sainz ahead. Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time, 1:35.3. Alright, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Okay, Sainz is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead, 1.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap, 1:35.6. We're gaining by around 0.2 per lap. Keep going. Okay, Lewis, Sainz ahead. We can't let them hold us up for too long, so let's try and get past as soon as possible and crack on. Push, push. Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate. Okay, clear. Alonso's ahead of you. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap, 1:35.3. This is great stuff. We're gaining by 0.3 a lap. Good work. George. They're on old mediums. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time, 1:36.0. That's P5, you're in P5. Alonso ahead, they're on old mediums. George is in the car behind you. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. The distance to the leader, 10.9 seconds. Pit window opens in 12 laps time, 12 laps. And that's 42 laps to go. Leclerc is ahead of you, and gap to the car in front, 4.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 12 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap, 1:35.7. All right, at the moment you're losing 0.3 a lap. Come on, dig in. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 3.3 seconds. Increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap. I've got some information on Alonso. Okay, they're out of this race. work, we're in P4. Leclerc ahead. They're on old mediums. Car behind is George. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Okay, gap to leader, 11.4 seconds. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window opens in 10 laps. Okay, 40 laps to go now. Copy that. Copy. Copy. Confirmed. Perez ahead of you. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 3.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 16 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap, 1:35.7. All right, at the moment you're losing 0.3 a lap. Come on, dig in. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.2 seconds. work. You're catching the car ahead by around 5/10 a lap. You're in fourth position. Perez ahead. They're on old mediums. Piastri's behind. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place, 12.5 seconds. And that's 6 laps until your pit window's open. And there's 36 laps to go. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.3 seconds. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. Understood, stopping this lap. Okay, let's go now, come on. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. So you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors. I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data. So keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems. Albon's ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car in front, 6.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 20 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time, 1 minute 36.6. Okay, Lewis. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this. Okay, gap ahead, 5.0 seconds. And that's us in 10th position. Albon ahead. They're on old mediums. That's Ricciardo behind. They're on old mediums. Okay, so gap to the leader, 36.2 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, 32 laps to go. Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate. Keep managing your tyres, manage your tyres. Gap to your teammate ahead, 18.9 seconds. you're currently in P10. Albon just ahead, push for that position. They're on old mediums. Ricardo behind you now. They're on old mediums. The distance to the leader, 35.2 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, 30 laps till the end now. George is in the pits. He's in the pits now. Brilliant, nice move, keep going. Car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound. And gap to the car in front, 1.8 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.6 seconds. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 1.7 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. Time last lap, 1:55.9. Perez is behind you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far. Catching the car ahead, well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.1 seconds. Leclerc ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.1 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. And the time last lap, 1 minute 34.6. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Gap to your teammate behind, 6.2 seconds. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 2.2 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 5 laps old. Your last lap time, 1:34.8. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Leclerc ahead. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Perez behind. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, gap to leader, 16.0 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, 22 laps left. Starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop. Okay, gap to the car in front, 3.0 seconds. Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, gap ahead, 3.4 seconds. Okay, Lewis, your lap times are all over the place right now. We've got to have consistency. Come on, we can do better than this. Okay, you've got P3, well done. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Perez is behind you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Our gap to first place, 18.5 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 19 laps to go. Gap to the car in front, 4.3 seconds. Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. Dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second. P3, you're currently in P3. Leclerc ahead. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Perez behind. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, so gap to the leader, 20.6 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, 17 laps to go now. Come on, you can win that place back. Perez ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 12 laps old. Time last lap, 1 minute 33.9. We're slower by 9/10 a lap at the moment. Perez ahead. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 13 laps old. And the time last lap, 1:34.3. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Good job, nice overtake. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 5.9 seconds. Okay, you've got P3, well done. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Perez is behind you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. The distance to the leader, 23.7 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, 12 laps to go. Yes, mate, we hit the target. Nice work. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.8 seconds. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 5.7 seconds. currently in P3. Leclerc ahead. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Perez behind. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, gap to leader, 24.8 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 9 laps to go. Catch up with the car ahead. Gap is currently around 5 seconds. Perez is behind you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 20 laps old. Your last lap time, 1 minute 33.9. Okay, you've got P3, well done. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Perez behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Our gap to first place, 25.4 seconds. Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, 7 laps to go. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 5.0 seconds. You're currently in P3. Leclerc ahead. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Perez is behind you. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, so gap to the leader, 26.3 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, just 5 laps until the end. Okay, you've got P3, well done. Leclerc is ahead of you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Perez behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. The distance to the leader, 26.4 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 4 laps remaining. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 4.8 seconds. Perez ahead of you. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, they've done 25 laps on their tyres. Time last lap, 1:34.3. Right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Okay, final lap, let's go, final lap. Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far.
Awesome job, guys. My apologies for that mistake earlier on, but we live and we learn. On to the next one.
Here's the checkered flag, and our winner has landoed. It's Lando Norris for victory.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team, and I'm very happy to see them there on that top step of the podium. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.